Welcome to Cindy's. Hey, I'm Cindy. This is your first time joining me. Thank you for stopping by. If you've been here before, welcome back. Welcome back to my aunties, my OGs, my cousins, my brothers, my nieces, my nephews, my mamas, my papas, my grandmas, my grandpas, my grandbabies. Sis ain't got nothing too much today, okay? She got a half a sandwich that she had for breakfast, okay? The main star of the show is a noodle and a boiled egg. Amen, amen, amen. She hot. Can you see? Can you see? Let me get my fork. How y'all doing today? From the sound of it, you know, sis might be struggling a little bit. These are cup of noodles, hot and spicy chicken. Do y'all think it's weird eating chicken noodles with a boiled chicken egg? I be thinking about that sometimes. That's why I won't eat a chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit. That's why I will not go to a Chick-fil-A and eat a chicken biscuit. Chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit. No. That's what sis need up. What sis want is some french fries. Sis want some french fries, okay? Real bad. Real bad. She ain't got nothing but some water. Remember, I got hour lunch, so if I go get me some french fries, McDonald's ain't nothing but 5 minutes away. I'll go get me some french fries. Two things. One, sis was in her Bible last night, and she working on some things. Currently, I'm working on the fruits of the spirit. I told y'all this yesterday. Now I'm delving into my relationship with money and what that means to me and for me, and how to use money. So my revelation kind of sort of is I'm intimidated by money, because money, you know what I'm saying, represents power in the natural. Does it not? It does. It gives you the power to obtain freedom from bills, freedom from debt, freedom from people, because it allows you, you know, access to more things. But that access to more things essentially brings you power, which isn't the true power. The true power is the power of God. We should treat money as a tool and not as a source, because God is the power that provides is the power and the source which provides the resource, which is money, to be able to do the things in which we feel like money does. Brings us peace, brings us joy, brings us happiness, brings us that freedom, okay? So sis is a little intimidated by money and what money can do and what I will do with that money. So that's what we learning on, right? Second y'all, I be wanting to, I know y'all done heard me too many times say, do y'all watch Country Rain Skits? Sis been saying this for over a year. She wanted to do reviews, but she just felt like it wasn't the audience. I didn't have the audience for that. But I just want to talk about it. Because sis was trying to deliver herself in them comments. Not that I was in them comments going crazy. But I just feel like people is just making too, I ain't gonna say making too much. They doing too much when it comes to these Country Wayne skits. Essentially, it's a soap opera, drama, comedy, you know what I'm saying, slightly religious. And I get so sick and tired of the people discussing these characters within vain of it being reality. Okay. So if you watch Country Rain Skits, hold on. That pepper hit the bite. The big story is Shayla, Anthony, and Amber. Amber and Anthony are married. Shayla was Amber's best friend. Shayla done snuck in on that woman's marriage, got her husband, and got pregnant, had a baby. Woo! So all of that done came slightly to a head, okay? But it's still dragging on, and people, you know. What's up? Why is it? Blah, blah. That storyline will resolve when it resolves, but you know, it's a soap opera, so you got to move on to the next thing. What I've been interested in is the whole relationship between Mike, Melissa, and Sonny. Now, Mike Bless, that's his name on the show. That's actually, you know, his entertainment name, Mike Bless, so you can look him up. He started out singing, right? Then he went on to, you know, breaking into the reality TV show world. He was on some show, dating show on BET. Tall, brown hair, caramel, chocolate, whatever he is. Beard, broad, tattoos, looking so, you know what I'm saying, aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Mike was in a relationship with Shayla while Shayla was ducking off with that woman's husband. He met up when Shayla was pregnant, and he stepped in and was like, ooh, I'm gonna take care of this baby. I love you, girl. Was ready to move in and all. Now, Mike and Shayla were sleeping together while she was pregnant. But Shayla was also still sleeping with Anthony. And Anthony was like, you ain't gonna be sleeping with her. I'm pregnant with my baby. So, you know, Shayla was to Anthony put his foot down like, break it off. Because Michael was taking care of everything. Anthony said, I got you. Break it off. So she broke it off with Mike. And Mike was devastated, okay? Devastated. In the time that he was, you know, hello. That pepper keep hitting the bike. During the time that he was dating Shayla, you know, she coming to his house, all that stuff, they got a new neighbor, Sonny, and her husband. Sonny is a slightly tall, athletic, chocolate man's dream, okay? Chocolate man's dream. She's a beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. She was married, right? She came to that building. She was married to her husband. She caught Mike eye. Right? But, you know, Mike was in that relationship. That relationship dissolved. But his friendship with Sonny had developed during that time. You know, as he was dating Shayla, break up. So him and his friendship with Sonny was solidified. During this time as they getting to know each other, Mike noticed that Sonny's husband is in love. He played a tambourine. Okay? At the church. Mike done talked it over with everybody but Sonny. He done essentially heard them talking about what they do, what they do while Sonny at work. Still ain't said nothing to Sonny. Being Sonny's friend, being supportive, because, you know, if a husband doing that, he ain't doing too much at home. Husband out traveling the world, the country, with his business partner. You know, that's who Mike overheard him talking to, his business partner. Because the business partner was like, I'm tired of hiding. You're going to have to do something about that. And we're like, just chill. I told you, Sonny real athletic. Sonny is a trainer, personal trainer. She goes to the gym one day. A regular, where she at? So she a regular there, her husband a regular there. Sonny walk up into the gym speaking to, you know, dude at the there. Hey, he was like, child, it's crazy. People complain about, you know, they done heard people in the back doing the He said, but what's crazier, it's in the men's. I actually think Sonny was, you know, working there. She was like, it's okay, I'll go back there. Because the man didn't want to do it. Yeah, Sonny was working there. So the man didn't want to, you know, go in there while the men was in there doing what they was doing. Sonny takes her tail back there. And guess who it is? Sonny's husband and his business partner. Lord have mercy. Now, that was the beginning of Mike and Sonny, right? So Mike and Sonny, they had these ups and downs. So essentially, they trauma bonded in a way, right? Because Mike getting over Shayla, Sonny getting over her husband, and them getting over their exes, they was getting on to each other. That blew up. Mike proceeds and continues to be a whore the entire time. So while he's dating Sonny, he done had a few encounters with a few other women. And then he ran across Miss Melissa. And that was a whirlwind. So much so that he done moved Melissa into his house. All the while still trying to deal with Sonny. But Sonny really liked Mike. You know what I'm saying? She done had her moments with other people. But they have remained significant to each other, right? Mike essentially helped this woman regain, you know, financial independence. They started a company together. They went through some things, and baby girl lost the business. Mike felt bad and say, I'm going to get you into, you know, trading stocks and stuff like that. He set up this class for them to attend. their group decided that they're going to go to Punta Cana, Mexico, so they can, work and play at the same time, business trip. Melissa, my girlfriend, was like, I'm going to Punta Cana. You're like, nah, you ain't going to Punta Cana. This business, chill. But Melissa knows Sonny in that group and going too. Like, ain't happening. So somehow Melissa mama get a trip to Punta Cana. She bringing Melissa. Of course, Mike got accepted now, right? Something happened. The mama know Melissa go. So Mike done got down in that Punta Cana and got in that Punta Cana with Sonny. Child, Sonny come back. Sonny thinks she pregnant. Got the weird cravings and no, she was late for a period and all this good stuff, right? Go to the doctor. He was like, nah, child. You got POX. Woman hormonal imbalance thing. POCS. Told her that. Now, before they told her that, she thinks she pregnant. She done told Mike because she took that home. Mike is happy. Ready, right? He's like, I'm going to tell Melissa. She's just going to have to accept it because we having a baby. And he had been talking about having a baby. Melissa thinking it's about to be her having a baby. Melissa done stopped taking her birth control pills. Mike ain't tell her to. She did this on her own. Sonny goes to the doctor, confirms. The doctor says she ain't pregnant. It's just the hormone imbalances going because of that POX. So you ain't pregnant. Mike get happy. He ain't got to tell Melissa, his girlfriend. But Melissa done stopped taking the birth control pills. Right. Mike found out like, nah, we about to check and see if you're pregnant. If you ain't pregnant, you getting back on these birth control pills because I want a baby, but I don't want no baby right now. And then just 5 minutes ago, he was happy with Sonny having that baby. But he don't want Melissa baby. Time is going on. And Sonny is still having these weird cravings. She's throwing up. She's like, I gotta go to the doctor because she got to follow up with the doctor from the PCOS and all that good stuff, right? Girl, the doctor just told her yesterday she pregnant. Her friend, which is also Mike's friend, Jocelyn, said, come on, child. You got to tell Mike. Jocelyn herself called Mike. Sonny got an emergency. You need to come see her. Mind you, Mike is with Melissa. Mike dropped everything and ran over there to see what was going on with Sonny. Sonny said, I'm pregnant. Mike said, get the out of here. She's like, Mike, I ain't lying about that. I told you I ain't want nothing to do with you, baby. Why would I lie about being pregnant by you? She throwing the paper. Mike looked at that paper and said, baby, it's a baby. All right, Sonny's sister in the background talking about something. Well, we can discuss other options. There are other options available. Mike said, what other options? Huh? What? She pregnant? She having a baby? That's the only option. Okay. That's what's up. Now, mind you, Melissa started taking them birth control pills. He ain't want no baby. He want Sonny baby. He wants Sonny baby, okay? We done got up to speed. I'm going to be discussing Country Wayne skits from every now and again, especially when I feel the need, okay? My issue with the comments, y'all. They call Sonny selfish. They call her silly. They call her all kinds of names, okay? Saying she's stupid for dealing with Mike. Now, I give you that. Calling her selfish because, it's been other drama. I ain't going through all that other drama. You know what I'm saying? Because this is going to be our starting point from where I discuss, what I find, good entertainment in Country Wayne skit world. That goes in on Sonny. I will give you, Sonny that has some messed up situations, some things that happen. Partly, because she's involved, she is to blame, right? But all this ain't happening simply because Sonny is Sonny. People is weird, and this is a soap opera, y'all. So you know all kinds of crazy stuff that happens. So you know, a lot of things she was left with no option, and a lot of things she was just plain old dumb. But they keep calling her dumb because they trying to say that she essentially want Mike, and Mike is committed to Melissa. Mike ain't committed to Melissa. Mike is committed to Mike, and Mike wants to be committed to Sonny. He want to keep Sonny around, but he don't know how to let go of Melissa. And he done did all this extra stuff with this girl when he really wants Sonny. Okay, he really wants Sonny, but he don't know how to break this off with Melissa, because it ain't nothing but fights and arguments every other day with something dumb. Okay, I took these shoes off because sis is about to wear these, even though it's raining. My feet be hot. I can't take it. But let me see what time it is. I'm about to run and get me these french fries. I ain't even touch that sandwich because I really want them french fries. So I'm going to get up out of here because it's been 20 minutes. But I pray your day has been great. Mine has been so far. Child, when I get over a certain hump, I got stuff to discuss about this job already. But I got to wait, you know what I'm saying, for a couple of milestones, for a couple of things, you know what I'm saying. But I'm going to holler about that later. You know I will. I appreciate it, good people. Let me go get my french fries because it's 12:35. It's going to take me about 10 minutes there and back. But I'll probably eat them fries, you know, on my way there and back. And it's raining and the city of my end. Them people can't drive. So I'm going to holler at you next time on Cindy Ease. Peace.